I can't put another stitch in this flag thinking about that blasted tax on tea. It's robbery. Every cup costs more silver than the sugar that sweetens it.
You're not alone in that anger.
The whole of the colony is upset. Wake up, Patriots! Wake up, Patriots!
If it was the full moon or what, but
Well, we had
Right, we had full moon last night, yeah.
well, I saved $250
Wow.
because I get progressive lenses, you know. And
Yeah, but
You're not gonna be a progressive now, are you?
No. Yeah. I got
El Giorgio, Jorge.
Wait a minute, the Halloween show isn't for another a few weeks yet.
No, this is my undercover outfit that Tom Holman sent me when I got the phone call yesterday.
Oh, all
I'm
right.
working undercover.
Something was up there.
I'm working undercover.
So you're going undercover, George. You're a G-man now, are you?
Yeah, this is
Pablo, wait, hang on. You should change that board in the ride on the Pablo Giorgio or something.
So I never heard any of it. And so I went back, and then what was it? Somebody wanted to see some of the show. I turned it on for them. I watched it on TV, and I hear these sound effects. And I'm thinking, now I get it, because a couple of times last week, I see chicks like cracking up and smiling, and I'm thinking, nobody said anything funny. What's she doing that for? And then, so chicks, I got a phone.
hasn't done the insurrection act.
Rico.
Right?
Oh, hey,
Rico.
George,
Yeah.
did you hear that? Oh, Rico, don't bring up your pool boy again.
We need the picture in there with George, the big ass rum bucket.
No, it's hot.
Yeah, but we got you with the picture of it, George. So technically, no one has to know it was Trixie's.
It's en route, but I will get on text. I can get on wireless on the airplane, and I'm allowed to text. I can't stream though.
You know,
No,
and
I
the
wanna know
weird
what
thing is
the
you
hell
guys.
is it?
What?
Wait, shut up a minute.
Oh,
woman.
what?
What? Shut up. You shut up.
Shut up 1 minute, woman.
You shut
Listen, Mark, I want to know how many people noticed that bomber on that desk.
Oh, the terrorist did.
I spotted that right off the bat.
Me too, but I'm just saying, I want to know how people noticed that.
Yeah,
You got to
well,
put that
President.
picture up again.
Yeah, can you put that picture up again?
What picture?
The one with Trump.
That's President Trump in the Oval Office when he's got the bomber pointed right.
No, I
at
don't
the-
have. I took it out of my feed thing over here. You'll find it.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
you guys, shut up. Jesus. Everybody.
Okay,
Henry
everybody's
would've had
just got to
it
go
up in
after.
And it's Tuesday. Here's George. No, Sean.
I gotta buy that Wi-Fi extender. Send it to him.
Yeah. Well, you know what I was thinking? I think we should tell him the show starts at 10 to 9. And then he'll be here at 9. I think that's a good idea.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Not
Yes,
only
yes.
is today the day of the Epiphany, but
Yes.
you gotta read your quote for today for the Bible there with everything.
Yes, I am. I was just saying hello to everybody in the chat, all of our regulars. Oh, there's Mark. We haven't heard from you, Mark. I was wondering what you were doing. I was going to
Hey,
text
fill 'em
you.
up. How's Margie's what's going on? Gotta run up prayers.
Yeah.
Hello, Rosebud. Good morning. Good morning, Aunt Jane. How are you? Man, Kay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and.
Do you know you have the longest name in the whole thing, the chat, Trixie? Like, really? You had to put Trixie in a mix? You could put, like, Trix?
That way you can find me really easy. You just got to look for the really long name.
Yeah.
It was a good name when I made it. Hi, Sean.
You're not going to do the
Hello,
sound like...
how are you? Good morning.
What are you at the freaking dentist?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can do the good.
That's what they do. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, George, that's
Hey, tomorrow I'm getting my knee shots on, and I'm going to go to the show, shots in the knee.
Which knee? Which knee? Your left knee, your right knee, or your weenie?
Weenie.
or wait.
Yeah, fuck a regular ride there, Tricky.
How about your
Regular
hiney?
ride. Regular ride.
How about your hiney, George?
Yeah, my hiney's better.
There you go.
I better say a prayer before I get myself in trouble.
Yeah, you better say it, Prick. What do you call it? I'm going to send you my bucket.
Is it a rum bucket? because I'll take it.
Rum bucket would be good.
I got my rum bucket. It's down right over here on the shelf. But, all right. Oh, Lord God, in exaltation of our hearts go out to you in your revelation of heaven, your revelation of the Spirit, who can fill our hearts so that we remain steadfast throughout our earthly life. It is still dark on earth. Sin and death hold sway, but we stand unafraid and seek repentance. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Well, today in history, 5 years ago, January 6th took an event of the word the Democrats are using an insurrection, but it wasn't insurrection because there were FBI people in there, which is proof, over 100 of them, which that came out, but the Democrats are still calling it insurrection.
Not to be confused with an erection.
Yeah, some have called it an
Yeah, they did. What's the name?
That's how excited they are.
What's that name?
Yeah, there was a whole video of them calling it an erection.
Yeah, Japali said that, yeah.
Yeah, that's how excited they were over it.
Well, I just want to read something I wrote this morning.
Speaking of insurrection, I'll be right back. I gotta let my dog in. She's at the door, so she was.
Yeah, the dog's insurrection.
She was being a stubborn dog.
I'll wait till he comes.
I know Augie knows he's got to go out before I log on. He's got a routine. Oh, I know what. I'll play a commercial break. How's that?
Yeah, do a commercial break.
Wake up, Patriots! Woo! Let's go! Wake up, Patriots! Wake up!
There we go. Wake up. Did you like the tats on your arms?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. You have to be very specific.
Sean didn't see that.
She tricked me. She's not at the door.
No, you didn't see it. Yeah, Sean missed it again.
What happened?
Play it. You can play it again.
I'll play it again. Okay, watch. This is really cool. This is what George and I did last night.
Wake up, Patriots! Woo! Let's go! Wake up, Patriots! Wake up!
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, I got one where he's throwing dough too, making pizza. It's funnier than hell. I have a blast with those.
Yep, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're being like the AI queen. You're
I went from memes to AIs. That's how I amuse myself.
Yeah, that's funny.
Let's just see George. I make him the butt of jokes though, so he gets mad.
That's funny.
Anyway, so let's finish.
But yeah,
there were January 6th. We're going to bring up where we got rudely interrupted there, Trixie. I wrote something up this morning on Facebook. There was 1.5 million people there on January 6th. No one was killed except the Patriots. The doors were 1,200-pound doors each and were opened by a code from the inside with hydraulic pistons. It was proven that the FBI's had 100s of agents infiltrated the Patriots to incite the riots. Pelosi was behind this. Today is January 6th. The Patriots got set up by the government in 2021. Ashley Babbitt was killed by the Capitol Police. Also who died that day was Kevin Gleason, 55, Benjamin Phillips, 50, and Roseanne Boylan at 34. One kid committed suicide because he was being sentenced and going to jail. His name was Matthew Perna, 37 years old, before he had to show up to jail. There were 1,583 arrests, 1,270 convicted, 460 were sent to prison. They were tortured in prison. Lost their jobs, still having a hard time to find them. Yes, there were pardons, but 12 of them still are commuted, which means you still ain't had the complete pardons. The FBI requested bankrolls, records, charges on debit cards, ATM cards, credit cards from January 2nd to January 9th, because I got hit. Everyone that was in Washington, D.C., which is against the law. So the FBI broke every fucking law you could think of. And
so did JP Morgan Chase. They were the biggest offenders in credit cards.
And Bank of America. And the other one was...
Bank of America's CIA bank.
Bank of America was one of them too.
They're a CIA bank. I'll swear up and down on that one. That's how they launder money is through Bank of America.
So anyway, So you rudely interrupted me, and I can't remember what I was going to say, as usual.
About the credit cards, you were talking about how they
No,
were.
no, forget
Never
about
a loss for
whole
work.
situation. There's still 12. We do fundraisers. We do fundraisers about them with the J6s as much as we can. There were a lot of companies. I mean, a lot of organizations that were started that stole money from them, even big lawyers firms. The other thing is they can't get jobs, especially because they got the
Yeah, even though they're pardoned, they still have. Yep, they still have a.
the
error
12 of
going
them.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12 of them, which I know personally a majority of them, believe it or not. And Jeffries brought up, believe it or not, Jeffries brought up on the news channel the other day that he wants to, if they control the House, they want to get over all those pardons that the J6s had and now Ashley Babbitt. What they did to Ashley Babbitt was a fucking disgrace by Biden, because she didn't get a military burial because they said she was part of the insurrection. Trump did it this year as soon as he became president and reinstated her military rights to have a burial at the cemetery. So they did the whole escort and everything else with bikers and stuff. That was the original. When we made the patches up of these here, we made these patches up. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, hold on. Look at that. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt. We made these patches up and we sent them to the bikers that were out there. I sent it to the mother. So the bikers would have those patches on when they brought her to the cemetery.
Yeah, Denise is saying about how they beat Roseanne Boylan to death too.
Yep, they did. And if you notice in the video, they pulled the body all the way to the back in the corner trying to revive her. The other two, one guy had high blood. They both had heart attacks. And then they said about the Capitol Police that died, which they weren't. Two were hit by a Muslim driver that killed them at the gate. And another one, he had a stroke that they put his body in the rotunda, which is it's all propaganda shit and everything else. And they still haven't been settled, everything else. There's a new song that's out. We'll play it tomorrow. It's called, I said this yesterday, it's called Anthem for the Free. You could download it. They're getting the royalties from the song. They're on the #1 chart, which is pretty good. It'll go definitely platinum. But I know most of the guys that sang on there. But
Anthem for freedom or anthem for the free?
Anthem for the Free. Oh, I got the song.
Can I make a point though? There's something Donald Trump could make an executive order to wipe out let me finish. He could wipe out the record as far as for hiring for a job. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not going to pass the background check because of the felonies and stuff.
Well, the reason why he can't do that is because it's held by the same thing they're doing with Tina Peters.
Held by the state?
By the state. So the judge, say a couple of them in Florida, one of the judges have the restrictions on them, which can, if it was a federal judge, it's different than the judge of the town. So that's why they're all being commuted.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a legal way to wipe out
employment.
employment.
They tried everything. The guy, what's his name? The one that works for Bondi did the same thing. I met with them. They can't. It's up, and I mean, I deal with these people. It's upsetting. People are getting divorced and they're having problems with their wives. I mean, it's just it just doesn't stop. They can't get a job. They can't fly. One guy, this guy Joe, I know, he was a chiropractor, licensed and everything. Right now, he's got to work for a chiropractor, making a quarter of the money he was making. His wife left him, and he can't get his license. They won't reinstate his license. I mean, people don't know the story. I mean, they were tortured. They were put in a hole. Like, you got to hear the story. We're gonna have a guy on Thursday. He'll talk about it, which I think it should be refreshed to a lot of people. I mean, like I said, the Proud Boys. I know Enrique. I know them all. I just they're old keepers and stuff like that. And it's terrible what they're doing. The guys are psychologically fucked up in the head because of what happened to them in prison, and that they were let down by by our own government. And a lot of them were veterans that fought for this country, and that's how they were treated. Because this Democratic Party does not give a shit. The only thing they give a shit is about illegals, and they. I mean, I got some photos. I don't know if you want to put them up.
I don't know which order you want me to go.
Doesn't matter. Just pick them up. It don't matter.
Okay, we'll go with J6ers first.
This one here is when they did the first song of the J6 at the. Now every 9 o'clock.
That's when Ed Henry was involved with, right? Ed and
yeah.
Cash.
Yeah, he gave him the checks. I saw Ed give him the checks. So
Yep.
Okay. But anyway, every 9 o'clock they would sing the song, the national anthem, and I was there once and sang outside there with them. And what they did is they would turn the lights on at the place, where they were, and everybody would sing at 9 o'clock, and there were a whole bunch of people there. Then what the pieces of shits did is moved them back to a back part of the prison so nobody could see them. But they sang loud enough that you heard their voices very low. But this is what they were put to. The one that was in charge of the jail in Washington, D.C. was an anti-Trumper, which she was unbelievable. The food that they served them was mildewed, old, and water was tainted, and they were getting sick and everything else. That's how these guys were treated, which a lot of people don't know the stories. The only thing people hear is the pardon that President Trump gave them, not what they went through. I hate to get into this whole story, but I mean, people have to know because of what these guys went through, and it's just terrible.
A lot of people know, obviously what happened that day. A lot of people are going to know probably more as some of these things come out too. I'm sure there's been investigations, right, of what's going on with.
But you know what, Sean? What pisses me off? We have these events in Florida. Tell them about the J6s that we're trying to raise money for them, and we have Grassroots of America that has a 501c3. So the money's collected and put because of the 501c3. So anybody wants to write off the money that they donate, it's legitimately done. It's done by an accountant and everything else. Then the checks are distributed to them right away of the J6s, whatever the money. If we pick up, whoever shows up, if there's 20 of them, whatever the $2,000 that they can go get done, so legit. Everything we do is legit. Everything's up and up, and we have paperwork about it. And that's why we did it this way. But what happens is you put a flyer out, say you're doing something for the J6s, fucking hardly anybody comes out. They should be packed. If it was a Democrat, the fucking buses would come in. But not us.
Well, the Democrats a lot of paid stuff, so it was something that was paid.
I understand. There was a thing I saw. The Democrats they didn't get busted; they just came.
Yeah, but
I think the TDS syndrome it works very good to a lot of people.
TDS sells, George.
That's Trixie derangement syndrome.
Yeah. So I wanted to put a video up I saw last night. I think it's pretty appropriate with J6 today and with Venezuela, and it marries the two together in a crazy way. And this is from January 6th of 2020. Trix, if you could pull that up, I think it was pretty neat. This is two women, Venezuelan women, that were at J6 in Washington that day.
Mm-hmm.
We flew from Miami, but we original from Venezuela. Yes. Right now we are at the Trump March 2020 here at the Capitol in Washington supporting our president. We're very proud to be here because we're coming from a very socialist, communist country like Venezuela. We don't want to lose United States. We already lose our country, unfortunately. People dying and they're starving, they're eating from the garbage. And we don't want to lose this country. And the right person to be in the administration is Donald Trump to continue with these 4 years. And we believe it's going to happen.
Now, you know what? This is very good. This is very good that you brought this up. There was a march in October. I was there. 2 marches in November. One of them was Stop the Steal. Right after November 6th. There were 2 of them in November. One before the election and one after about stopping the steal. Then there was one in December and then January 6th. The one with Stop the Steal in December or November, there were over 1 million people there walking the streets going to the Capitol. It was amazing the amount of people in the street. They had Vietnamese. We had the big flag. I got to find those pictures. We had the big flag put across the Freedom Square that they have with the blue line flag with Trump on it.
Mm-hmm.
We did that, and there were Vietnamese. I took pictures with them. I had to find all this stuff, but it was amazing how many people that came from these countries of communist existence that they came from and released them. How many were there to defend the freedom that we have? But you got people born here that don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. It was amazing to see what they did. One time we did a march in Virginia when they were doing about the Second Amendment with that piece of shit that was there. 30,000 people showed up. They came busted from all over the United States. I got pictures of that too. I mean, when I saw those buses, I cried. I teared up. I couldn't believe the amount of people that came out. It was unbelievable to see you have to go to one of those things to feel the patriotism from these people. And then you know why Trump feels the way he is when he speaks. Because of the rush of the crowd. I spoke in front of 18,000 people one time, and I got a rush from the crowd that was like unbelievable. I got hit with a wave. And then I said, no wonder Trump feels the way he does. Because the energy of the crowd, and there is energy coming from the crowd like that. It's unbelievable. And they took all the credit away.
We have to move forward. Sitting on our asses.
Heard that?
It's not letting me go live.
I got my flag in. Another video I did. But that's the patriotism was unbelievable. That side there was the Capitol side of the Supreme Court side. Mm-hmm. The one where everybody was at. The other place was the front of the Capitol building, where all the white stuff where we do the construction and stuff.
You know, when you're talking about the feeling from the crowd and everything, it's the same thing when you go to a Trump rally.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
You get goosebumps and you feel all of that. I mean, that's proven thing.
The thing is, when you're,
mm-hmm.
I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is, when you speak in front of the crowd, like I had opportunities to speak in front of these crowds. It was before Trump got up. It was unbelievable to feel that energy. Mm-hmm. You got energy between when you feel all the patriotism with all the people walking around you, going to there. That people came from all over to come to the rallies for Trump and everything else. I'm talking about standing in the front mm-hmm. and speaking, and then everybody's looking at you to hear what you have to say. The words that come out of your mouth, they cherish those words of what you're trying to say to the crowd. I know you're talking to you're preaching to the choir when you talk to them, but it's just unbelievable. I mean, the Venezuela, in Hialeah, there was the Venezuelans, Cubans, and you hear them. You know what a Cuban guy told me? One of the guys that came, he said, thank God the founding fathers were white. Yeah, that's what he said. He said because of how they wrote the Constitution, how important those words were. There was nothing about racism. They knew about the slavery, but that was all done, and they destroyed our history. That's what he said. You know. So.
What you got here, Sean?
I got. Remember this guy? This video here. Just pull up a play. This is the guy with the that was telling the cops to get those agitators down.
Yeah.
Why haven't you called for backup? Where is your backup? This is our damn Capitol building, and y'all are letting it get destroyed on your watch. Fuck
now,
off.
if you notice, none of them were wearing anything.
Backup. Get some help down here. And if they don't want to get you fucking backup, they obviously don't give a shit about you.
Did you notice that? Did you notice
that was a real Trump guy?
But did you notice that if the buses came in, we saw them getting dressed and everything else. Did you notice how they were dressed?
This guy's one of us. He's agitators.
There was a lot.
And he was telling his cops to get them agitators.
But did you notice how the cops were dressed?
Yeah,
they had no identification on them at all. The guy on the left, you see the guy with the beard and the beige thing?
Yeah.
He was an FBI guy. Goes in another video, it shows when they were all getting dressed in the background and being told exactly what to do to infiltrate the guy. This guy came in. This guy was one of them. The guy all the way in the back with the red hat, he was another one. And that's what they did. And then what was funny is I got a photo I have to find that the news was there inside the place already. All the photographers, CNN, NBC.
I remember that. I remember that because why else? Yeah.
Hold on, I got in my favorites. It
Yeah,
just,
well, a lot of. I mean, we know there was a. We know it was a planned setup with a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the people that. I mean, whatever happened with Ray Epps? Has he ever been charged yet?
Yeah, they got a picture of that. Look here, show.
Yeah,
there he is, right there. Right
yep.
there.
Has he ever been charged yet?
I remember watching that day too, and I remember seeing him on different video clips, inciting people and telling them to come this way and everything.
Yep.
He wasn't hidden; he was in plain sight.
Yeah.
And then they said, "Who you?" Remember, they said, "Who you talking about?"
Yep. A good friend of mine went there, and he was towards the Capitol grounds there, and he was saying people were saying, let's get up there and burn this bitch down. Talking about the Capitol. We need to get up there, Pencer traitor. We need to fight. Get up there. He's going, we don't talk like that, burning the Capitol down and all that stuff. He knew it was a setup from what these people were saying. They were not just were there instigators up front by the building. They were all throughout, all the way down the street to the ellipse and back.
Mm-hmm. Remember, they didn't want. Was it Christopher Wray didn't want to say how many FBI infiltrators were there during the hearing and everything? He kept denying it and everything, and they were there.
But they had bullhorns. When people were walking from the ellipse to the Capitol, they had bullhorns, and they all had the same message. Pence is a traitor. We need you at the Capitol. Pence a traitor. They're trying to incite people on their walk. We need you at the Capitol. We need a force. They all had the same message. My buddy was saying to me, every block there was somebody with a freaking bullhorn saying the same thing over and over. That's not by accident or coincidence.
No.
That's a setup. And that they were trying to get people, just like Ray Epps said, there's video of them talking about going inside the Capitol and everything else. I mean, these aren't things that people just made up.
No.
This guy should be fully charged.
No, he got into front of the whole court and all the bullshit, and they got away from it. So
yeah. Well, they're talking about Nancy Pelosi's daughter.
He got let go of it. That's the difference. He was a wink, wink, and a nod.
Yeah,
he got let go of it.
Well, his wife was allegedly tied to Dominion voting machines too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. She was a executive or something like that with them, but they're talking about just like Nancy Pelosi's daughter. She was in there filming it, and then got Nancy actually admitting that she refused. Yeah, that she refused the National Guard and everything. It was a total setup, and like now they deleted all the what did they have that all those hearings, and they deleted all the information and everything. Those people all should be in jail for treason.
Yeah.
Benny Thompson was the chair of the J6 committee, correct?
Mm-hmm.
His father was part of the Tampa Black Panthers, right? When he was questioning Kristi Noem, talking to him, he said it was an unfortunate accident that the National Guard got shot and killed. Unfortunate accident. And she answered him perfectly.
Unfortunate accident that Benny Thompson's in Congress. I got that video of Nancy Pelosi in the car, and I think this was a leaked video to try to make her look like she had nothing to do with the planning of it. I think this was let me just play it real quick.
I think she pissed off her daughter.
Ready?
We have responsibility, Terry. We did not have any accountability for what was going on there, and we should have. This is ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean, the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
Because she stopped them.
It's because you were right.
No, that is not a question of how they have been. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
So if that wasn't something that I think that was a planned leak out, I don't know whatever it was. How does that video get out there from her people in the car with her to get out there like that? That was to make it look like she was, oh my God, I was taken by this. I have no idea. That was all about. You know, that was not like, oh, we uncovered something. No, she leaked that. Was, in my opinion, she leaked that.
Yeah, she did. And look at this too. What we are, we're into year 6 and we're still waiting for accountability. It's pretty sad.
He said she sounded loaded. Yeah, she just had a shot.
She probably was. I think she's embalmed. That's why she lived so long.
She's always loaded. Yeah.
Old pickles.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just makes me.
I don't know. Everything I don't know. I tell you, I like I don't know. I liked a lot of stuff. I don't know. I just can't believe. Oh, Michael Flynn sent me something. I tell you one thing. That guy, the one that replaced the one that's in there, she ain't too kosher there. The woman that's there, the vice president that took the place in Venezuela.
Oh yeah,
not good.
Yeah, wow.
Not good at all.
Watch this.
Take a look at this. It's an all-expenses-paid escape for you and one guest to the United States. You'll soar high on the military's finest jet, featuring premium restraint seating, minimal legroom, and absolutely no option to upgrade. Sightseeing includes New York skyscrapers, flashing camera mobs, and federal courtrooms. Accommodations include a cozy prison cell and 3 square meals a day. And if you're really lucky, like other narco kingpins, if you have something of value to offer the family, a presidential pardon could also potentially be yours. Remember, folks, help control the authoritarian dictator population here and abroad. No congressional authority required.
Speaking of Venezuela.
That's a good video.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. I wonder where it came from, Sean.
I think some handsome guy found it last night and sent it to you.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. When you talk about the January 6th stuff, though, George, you're going to that dinner and everything tonight. Are you going to be able to talk to him like individually and find out how much more? Like, is there more pending prosecution because of what Hakeem Jeffries said?
Sometimes they'll make me speak in front of everybody, but there's supposed to be a big crowd there. But I'll talk to them. There's a few of them that are there. A lot of them went to Washington, D.C. To voice their opinion, which it's going to be a big crowd. I know.
But sometimes they get letters that they're a target, that they're going to be a target.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be able to find out if any of them have gotten
everybody's getting letters that they're traitors and everything else.
No, I meant about from the government that they're a target, and that because if Hakeem Jeffries said stuff about, that he wants to re-prosecute, they'll get letters.
I will make that fucking announcement tonight. I will stand up and tell them exactly in front of this crowd what Jeffries made a statement yesterday about, because as you know, I don't hold no fucking punches. I'll tell them. I'll get up there and talk, and I'll give a shit if they got spy cameras there.
The point I was trying to make is I know you're going to say that, but when they are a target of an investigation, they receive a letter from the Department of Justice, and that's what I was asking if you were going to ask them, because they could be coming.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get nothing. They didn't get it the last time.
What the hell's this?
That's what. Yeah, that's my expression to say bullshit. They ain't gonna get nothing. That's what that is.
I can see a video clip of that coming out with a meme now.
Motherfuckers, I tell you. Let me tell you something. There's no accountability. Nobody's getting arrested. We're all concentrating on Venezuela. And everybody's saying about the oil. It has nothing to do about the oil. We'll find out tomorrow.
You want to see what an idiot Hakeem Jeffries is?
He's a fucking...
Supposed to believe that this whole situation that has unfolded in Venezuela has anything to do with a counter narcotics operation? Get lost.
That hat fits.
Poor Hakeem. It's tough being that stupid.
Ooh,
Yeah, but I wonder when you're that stupid if you realize you're that stupid.
He's a grifter. I think he realizes. I think he just realizes where his bread's buttered, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's on that list of getting money from Mondaro there, whatever. He's on that list.
Mandami bucks.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think the two of the most important words for the midterms are accountability and affordability.
Yeah.
I think those are the two that are going to really draw down into people, because if accountability doesn't matter to you, affordability does. So if they concentrate on those two things, I think they'll do quite well on the midterms, but that's just my own opinion.
Well, it's you need, in order for accountability, old Pam Bondi's got to start getting some things going on there. It doesn't look like they have been. Hopefully there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't see, and all of a sudden things start dropping.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
well, I thought this thing, what's going to happen about the Dominions and stuff. I mean, like all the videos we played yesterday, that's supposed to be kind of big. So I mean, let's see what happens with that.
Is that the case that was filed in Fort Pierce?
Yep.
Yeah. That one should have some things in it. You wonder if some of the stuff is being withheld really until they can do like mass indictments, because of discovery. Because if one finds out the other one's getting charged for this, it gives them a chance to clean up and everything. Because remember, at one point there was like 145,000 sealed indictments that were across the country.
Yeah.
And so you wonder how many of them are going to get opened all at the same time. Maybe that's part of what they're doing, is they got to get all their ducks in a row statewide, like that, wherever the indictments come from. I don't know, but they're in all the different states.
The most important thing is what you always said about the RICO Act. I mean, that's how they took down the mafia. They'll do the same thing with them. If they come through with it, that's the big thing. That's the
as long as Rico's not away for the winter. So with all this finally coming out about Venezuela and Dominion, do you understand why we need same-day voting and hand counts? 100%. And
yes.
Kodak, you missed one thing. Voter ID. Voter ID is what we need. In Minnesota, you can vouch for people. Oh, yeah, I know that person. I mean, you need voter ID.
Yes, you know what? It's on the bill on the Senate's desk since April 10th. It's called the SAFE Act. It's for voting ID. All right? And it's on Toon's desk on the Senate, that piece of shit that they both should drop dead. Him and Johnson. They're holding a bill that got to be signed. It's got to be sent to the president to sign. And it's on his desk since April 10th. It's a known fact. And they got 12 other bills on there.
I'd go for fingerprint voting too, with the ink on the fingerprint.
Yeah, like Iraq did. They did the purple thing on the finger.
Yeah, I don't care. I'd go with ink on my finger for a day if I knew my vote was secure. I don't care. I think everybody should feel that way. But
Speaking of SAFE Act, here's a video. Scott Presser was in front of Toon's office yesterday. Let me just play it real quick. It's only for
I wish you would have called me. I would have went.
There you go. Ready?
Hey everybody, this is Scott Pressler. I am here outside of Senate Majority Leader Thune's office, and I'm here to deliver a message for you, the American people. I know that besides securing the border, besides getting an economy that works for working class America, you want safe and secure, fair and free elections. And I want you to know that I'm out here fighting for you every single day, and we are going to ask our Senate leadership to please make it a priority to pass the SAVE Act. I think it's a very low bar that we have proof of citizenship in order to register to vote in America. The midterm elections are upcoming, and the American people want to see the SAVE Act pass. So just know, I'm out here fighting for you guys every single day.
Thank you. That's what I've been saying.
This happened to me at the DMV in Indiana when I came down here, and I was changing my driver's license from Michigan to Indiana. There were some illegals in the DMV sitting in front of me, waiting to go up. And I got called up first, and they gave me shit because I didn't have my divorce papers from 1989, even though I was remarried after that. I had to come all the way home and get that paper and go back to the DMV. And when I went back, those illegals were still waiting because I only live like 2 minutes away from the DMV. And when they got up to the counter, they didn't have a birth certificate or anything, but they got driver's licenses. But they made me go home and get my proof of divorce from like, almost 30 years before.
Oh,
How is that fair? That's bullshit.
That's because you don't speak like this.
If they came across the border, they would have gave you everything. You would have got like $2,500 a month also.
Yeah. And I wouldn't care if they would have, huh?
You would have got free health care. You would have got $2,500 a month.
That's right. 35.
I thought 35. That's even better.
$3,500 a month, and we got a 2.7% increase. And these pieces of shit want to get 10.
Yeah, and what did Medicare go up?
9.7.
Yeah, I know. I figured it out how much it went up, and so you're in the hole.
I gave you the credit that you figured it out. You studied that. I said it was only 5%, and you said, "No, George, it's more than that. You figure it out." And I said, "Oh, you're right, Trixie again."
Yeah, but they put us in the hole every year with Medicare, and they do it on purpose. And the healthcare companies are the ones that are really making out. But I know what I wanted to bring up while I'm thinking about it. While we're talking about money, you know how the banks are short in silver, and they're in a real bind because they shorted the silver, and now silver just keeps going up and up and up and up. Well, I saw that the Pentagon invested billions of dollars in a smelting company that's they're going to own 40% of it, and they're going to be doing special materials, and it's going to be here in the United States. So something big is on the horizon. So if you've got metals, you're probably doing really good.
Yeah, silver has been climbing. I know some people have been actually buying actual silver.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Fed was at New Year's Eve night, and then when the banks reopened again, a whole bunch of Fed repo bonds were issued, which means they're buying the bank's debt because the banks shorted silver so bad. So if it implodes, silver is going to be worth a lot of money.
That's right. I got a 10-inch bar I bought a while back. It's $880 now. I want to show you this one video, please, if I get it up here. Here we go. I want you to look at this video very closely. Now, this is before the people came in to the Capitol inside. Now, look at the people that are dressed up in black coming in through a window to start the riot. You see them?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to pay attention to the first group of assailants as they break into the building. The second man through the window is wearing full tactical body armor and is carrying a baseball bat.
Looks like Antifa to me.
No, these were part of the FBI guys.
Well, yeah. You don't think some of these FBI guys are involved with Antifa?
Oh shit! Yeah. What do you think?
Or somebody like
them and the guys in the khaki that all wear the khaki pants and the little vests. They come out with their flags. Now those are.
Yeah, what are they called? What's that group called?
Oh, I don't know, but they're a bunch of pussies. I mean, you can tell who they are right away. What kind of patriot marches around and
Patriot Front? They're called or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you the ones in the khaki? You're talking about the ones in the khaki pants?
Yeah, you're gonna get with a group of guys and all wear matching khaki suits and flannel shirts. Hell no, not unless it's a joke. And these people do it, and they think we're all so stupid we don't recognize that.
Oh, of course they think we're stupid. That's what I'm saying. You see all these. Here, here's another one.
I think they're funny with the khaki pants, so they crack me up.
Okay, where are we? Where is he? All right. I want you to examine this picture at Mar-a-Lago when the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
All right, you see all the files? They claim that's how they found all the files. Okay? All right? Now, could you zoom in on this picture at all or no?
No.
You can't. All right.
Here, I can. Look, I can.
Yeah. I see a spot on your head. Listen, in the right hand of the box.
I can see it.
I'll edit it so I can get this picture.
The right side of the picture, you're talking about the box.
Yeah, the right Time magazine. Right. In that, there's a Time photo with Pelosi, Schumer, and everybody looking at President Trump sitting at his desk.
Yep.
So that you could see that this was a setup. I mean, and Trump wouldn't throw the files like this on the floor, and they put all these exhibits. and that's why they wanted the camera shut off.
Well, I don't think they made it look like Trump was throwing files around there. The sloppiness they try to say was the stuff that they saw boxes in the bathroom or something like that or whatever, but they weren't top secret files.
But you see the carpet? That's in that room. There's a room in the back.
Yeah.
Where they went into.
But I'm saying I think they threw that out like that just to make a picture. But I think the Time magazine picture there is strategic for them to try to show that Trump is all about himself and everything else, and that's what's there, along with top secret stuff and all. It's all there for a narrative. It's what it really is. But
yes. Speaking of that, here we go.
There's no more investigating on some of this stuff. I mean, what we're talking about here is we're talking about these people use classified systems, and they use compartmented classified systems to communicate the sedition and treason of the United States of America. Okay, that is a felony in by itself, to use classified systems to do things, that aren't classified. Never mind to do things that are treasonous to the country.
See, it that falls right into that, because that was classified documents, and they use that for the setup. And they can use that with a lot of things. They were using the Signal chat to do this. Don't tell me they didn't use Signal chat for January 6th.
Oh, well, they said that's how they
had
set up
geofencing and everything.
That's how they set up Mike Walsh, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, but January 6th too. They could actually go back to the January 6th investigating committee and use that same thing about using classified systems to actually spy and everything. And that could take it right back to Obama too. Because Obama was doing the same thing. He was the one that originally set all that up. Remember the old meme where he was Obama's looking in the window with the binoculars? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is a crowd of 18,000 people I spoke in front of.
I remember this picture. You had that up before. I remember that.
Who's those guys with the motorcycles down there?
Those are all
Are
our
they
guys.
Democrats? I'm only kidding.
Yeah, Democrats. We're protecting the line. Trust me. Let's just show you that.
Where was this at, George?
This was in Kentucky.
Oh wow! Look at you.
Kentucky. That's where the good barbecue is.
That was morning. It was not called Morning View, Kentucky. Guy had like 50 acres, and he did a whole big thing. Trump was supposed to come by helicopter. He didn't show up.
No.
Somebody was asking me about the Lou Dobbs video that I played yesterday, and I can't put it in the chat because it's too long, and I can't email it either. The thing is too long.
What's his name? I just downloaded it today.
Well, I was going to say it, so I'm going to put it up on the website. So if you want it, you'll have to take it off the website. I'll do that after the show today.
So there's a little conversation going on in the chat about Scott Pressler. I know. I have to say one thing. So Scott Pressler actually stayed at my house and did an event here in Jersey. Actually, did 2 events in Jersey, and he stayed at my house once.
Oops.
He works probably harder than anybody out there. He's always on the phone, everything else. It started because Sodak said maybe he likes the spotlight, right? And I believe he does like the spotlight. There's nothing wrong with someone liking the spotlight. President Trump loves the spotlight, right? I mean, Trump absolutely loves the spotlight. And so, but I think 2 things could be true. I think somebody can like the spotlight. I think they could be a hard worker and be effective. I think Pressler has done a lot of effective things. I think we need more Scott Presslers out there, just like we need more Nick Shirleys, just like we need more Dan Bonginos and everybody else. So,
hey, George Colella too.
And more George Colella as well.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
Well, just took you right out of the side, boy.
We already got 2, George.
I didn't want Tracy to mute me, but by giving you props, George. But yeah, like you, George, you do a lot of stuff. You're Papa Bear does a lot of stuff, right?
Yep, both of them.
A lot of you guys. I mean, it's there's a lot of people out there, patriotic people that have rolled up their sleeves and done things and taken time out of their own schedules, time away from their own families, time away. I mean, Scott Pressler, just to mention Scott Pressler, that dude lives out of a suitcase. Okay. I agree. Number one, he came to my house. When he came to my house, he had an SUV. On the back, it said something about for Trump. He had written on the back of his thing, I think I moved to Pennsylvania, vote for Trump or something. His vehicle has more stuff in it right? Because he's all over the country. And I mean, now he's probably flying more, but he had more stuff in his car to live. He came to my house. He bought plates of stuff from, I think it was Lone Star Steakhouse. He likes to eat his protein and stuff. And he lives out of, I mean, he had suitcase. He had one suitcase with hair products alone, obviously, because of his hair, right? So he works his ass off. And you know what? God bless him. We need more people like him. George, we need more people like you. You don't have to spend much time on your hair as he does, though, George. But
please. At one time we did a Zoom call with him. He's laying in bed.
Yeah, well, he was here. Like, my office is in my house. He slept right out. I have a pull-out couch in my den down here in my finished basement. He stayed down here. I was doing the podcast here. He wouldn't come and do it because he didn't want to get ready in the morning and do his hair.
He does this with the flip of the hair.
He wanted to relax a little bit that morning and understand it. I was going to have him on live with us, but it's just he works his ass off, and there's a lot of people out there in this country who work their ass off. I think, like Bongino said, we got to start fighting the people that are against us, not all of us that are for us. If that makes sense.
No, it does. That's 100%. And he's right. The whole thing is he's. I just put these photos up.
I want to ask you a question before that.
What?
What? I said I want to ask you what city was that Brothers Barbecue in Kentucky?
Oh, wait, let me finish though. But wait, one thing I just got to finish though. But Sodak was right. He does like the spotlight because he likes being on X and tweeting a lot and doing videos. So he does like the spotlight. So Sodak wasn't wrong about the spotlight. But
no, he does. Yeah, he likes the spotlight. But number one,
George likes the spotlight too.
He knows it. Let me tell you something. He knows his shit.
He does. But George, you like the spotlight too.
Oh yeah, I like to write, especially when people try to run me off the fucking road that I want to kill them. Sure. Throw knives at me, that's fine. Get shot out, that's okay.
Yeah.
But they got no balls in the, they got those balls in the car. They don't want to come out, like when I try to pull them over. One of these days.
What was this? It's okay. Now, what was the city in Kentucky where that barbecue was? Do you remember?
I gotta look on the thing. Hold on.
All right. Well, while you do that, I'll bring up your picture. Somebody asked if it was the Brothers Barbecue that was in the movie.
Yeah, it is.
Friday. It's Brothers Barbecue, but I can't remember what city it was. It's where Mitch McConnell has his office, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Madison?
Nope.
I can't remember what city it was in Kentucky, but if you go there, they got really good barbecue.
Madisonville.
Oh, I was close. I said Madison.
Madisonville, Kentucky.
That's
Brothers
where it
barbecue. Is. And I thought I was going to walk in there was going to be black guys, the black people, because they make great barbecue. Not being racist. They make great Sunday fried chicken and they make great barbecues. I tell you right now, they got brothers down in Florida that.
Yeah, I had brisket. It was really, really good. I barbecue brisket.
It's excellent. So I walk in, they got two cute girls and a guy, and they like running the place. It was like unbelievable, and people coming in there like crazy, taking out. Remember that? I had 3 photos. One's of Ashley Babbitt, one is Gleason, and one is look how pretty she was. Pretty girl, fantastic Patriot veteran, served in Afghanistan and Iraq Air Force. That's Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah, and this one's what? That's Gleason?
Yeah, that's Gleason. Very patriotic. He had a heart attack. And the other one is Boyle. I don't have the other guy's picture. This one is Boyle. Roseanne Boyle.
Oh, that's Roseanne Boyle?
Yeah, that's the one they try to destroy.
I remember seeing the video of that. That was great.
They pulled her on the side because they know they fucked up. They pulled her on the side. They started pumping her chest because she got pounded. She got pounded by the Capitol Police. Yeah. So. Yeah,
people forget about the people that were patriots that were there. I mean, everybody that was there, not everybody was innocent that was there. There were people that were causing trouble and wanted to, but the ones that were innocent and just walked through, like the old ladies and everything, going to jail for just simply walking through the Capitol. And then you see all this shit going on with the fraud and everything. It makes you even madder, that there's two tiers of justice in this country.
What was funny was talking about an old lady. When I was going up the steps, I had my flag on. And nobody videotaped. I'm up. This old lady grabbed my arm and says, "You belong up here." She was about in the 80s. She grabbed my arm. She said, "You belong up here." She pulled me up the steps of the Capitol. That was funny. But just to think of
She
that
could have been
lady.
a Fed. Wait, she could have been a Fed trying to pull you into the building.
Yeah,
Set
might
up.
have been.
They called him back from retirement to do for January 6th.
He was like, "Hey, you know what, George? You could have been honeypotted at the Capitol, like
I didn't even think of that.
Like
I didn't even think of that.
Friend George. Yeah,
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, you may have had a J6 honeypot thing going on.
So what Biden did what he did, the typical scumbag that he is, and should have the worst debt, is he took away the military burial of Ashley Babbitt.
I didn't know he took away the military burial for her. Really?
A whole bunch of. I told you I sent that patch out. The patch I had, I sent it out to all the bikers that escorted the body to the, and they did the burial for the mother and the husband. But now, as soon as President Trump got elected, he reinstated her military things, and they did the whole burial again. I mean, they did the honors, but I mean, she was in the ground already, but they did the honors. So this is just shit. And now
this asshole Michael Bird, right? I seen Red Ginger mention it before, but did you see that there's Maryland funds that go to his wife or his family for a daycare that his wife operates?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna. Did everybody see?
Had the dollar amount that the state gave them? She'll have to post it again so I could tell you, but it's a lot of money.
Now I want to say something about the shot that killed Ashley Babbitt. What that piece of shit did when he came out, he shot first Ashley Babbitt, and then said shots fired. Like he was saying that somebody shot him first before he shot back. He was the one that shot the gun and screamed after he shot. Said shots fired.
Yeah.
And he got a hero.
Yeah.
So
did they ever give him a pardon or anything?
Who?
Did the auto pen, not Biden, did the auto pen give him a pardon?
No, Mark is saying they promoted Bird to captain right after he murdered Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah, he was a hero.
I don't think he was given a pardon, but I don't remember. But something happened after that. I remember where they said he was justified or something like that, which was bullshit.
No, because they played that recording.
Yeah.
What happened is they played that recording about he shot first, and then he screamed out shots fired. Pelosi sent them out to fucking shoot somebody.
Yeah, and he left a gun in a restroom before that, didn't he?
Oh yeah, but the guy.
I mean, that's what a inept piece of shit he was.
What about that big tall guy, 6'5", that goes, they called me a bad name. What the fuck? You're a cop and you're gonna cry because they called you a bad name?
Yeah, what they call him?
All set up. Everything was all set up. All the games showed, everything else.
Yeah.
And then this guy, which pissed me to F off when what's his name? He's another chairman. How do you pick these people? The Republicans should be in charge. You don't put this guy as a chairman. He's got a record already accusing January, and they got rid of all the files. You got to be kidding me. Is it me or remembrance? I mean, give me a break here.
Yeah, accountability is exactly right. It's time for accountability for all these people. I mean, you look at the narratives they try to spin, like just talking about this Bird guy, how they promoted him to captain right away, like he was a hero and everything, and they just.
It's what we say all the time. Keep your eye on the ball. Now it's you don't see about Somalia that much. It's all about Mondero with the oil and the ships and everything. One of the biggest things about this is you could cripple. People are talking about now China's okay to all these idiots that are on there. Some of the people on the right too go in there and say, well, now he's allowed to go into China. Really? Do you know the rules? Do you know the rules of our own Doctrine Act? Do you know all the stuff about the Constitution, what right the president has? China's 80% of their oil came from Venezuela. Trump just crippled China.
Can I go back to January 6th for a minute?
Right, sorry.
No, you're all right. But what I wanted to say is all you need to do is look at who Biden gave the Presidential Medal of Freedom to. Look at the list of people that those awards were given to, and you'll see every freaking traitor that's in this country, because that's what he did with all of them.
Well, he
We
promoted
should have
them.
that list. That would have been good to
They
show.
promoted.
I'll get it.
They promoted him.
Maybe show it tomorrow. That'll be good. That'll be good to show.
Mhm.
And absolutely.
But that, yeah. And you look at the people that were getting it, and it was people that were associated with January 6th and Epstein Island and voting machines.
Just all of it.
Red Ginger said he should have been fired for leaving his weapon unattended. That's right. Remember, Bird left his weapon unattended.
Yep.
How do you, an officer of the law, no matter what bureau, precinct, whatever it is, and leave your weapon?
Exactly. He left it in the bathroom.
If you're just a gun owner, you don't leave your weapon somewhere loaded.
No, but wasn't he from Haiti? He became an American citizen. He wasn't, what do you call it? He was from.
Was he? I don't know. Maybe we could research that and see. Maybe
he was probably he probably covered for Hillary Clinton and was given that position because of what he did in Haiti. Because that was a dirty thing.
What Captain? What's his name? Captain Bird.
Yeah, Robert. Isn't it not? No, Robert Byrd was KKK, wasn't he?
That was Biden's buddy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or Hillary's buddy too. Biden and Hillary's buddy. And TSM said, plus Bird shot at some criminals trying to steal his car.
Michael Bird.
Michael Bird. Yeah, Michael Bird. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't like St. Michael, that's for sure.
No.
St. Michael would have never left his weapon in the bathroom.
Boy, it took a long.
Yeah.
Yeah, fact check. No evidence officer who shot Ashley Babbitt was pardoned by Biden.
Say again?
It says here, no evidence officer who shot Ashley Babbitt was pardoned by Biden.
Well, there's no evidence anybody was pardoned by Biden. It was all the auto pen. So maybe that's very accurate.
That's true.
Right?
I wonder where this guy came from. Michael Bird.
The auto pen just. Matter of fact, we need a prop. Put a little fishing line on the pen and pull the fishing line. The pen flies around. Say, hey, look, it's the auto pen.
He was born in the United
floating
States.
around like this. I say, hey, look, I got the auto pen here.
Yeah, oh man, they got a good record about this guy. Let me tell you, unbelievable.
This guy, he needs accountability too.
1993, joined the Capitol Police. He went on becoming the commander of the agency House of Representatives Chambers section from November 8, 1998 to October 3rd, 2003. He served on the House Capitol Police Board. 2004, he was fired. He fired his weapon at a stolen vehicle as it fled the resident neighborhood. 2015, off duty. While he was off duty, he allegedly confronted a fellow officer.
Now, what cop would fire? Honestly, that's not even protocol. If there's a stolen vehicle and the car's taking off, right? Who would fire a weapon at? There's other people. I mean, I was always taught when I started shooting a gun is number one, you always assume the gun's loaded when you pick it up, right? Number one, even if it's not. Number two, whatever you're pointing at, there's always something behind it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, or aiming at, I should say, not pointing at. But you know, the car's gone. What are you shooting at, right? I mean, there's more calls of maybe getting in pursuit, maybe calling radio, you track the car, whatever. But the shootout,
collateral damage too. You don't want that.
Yeah, to shoot at a car. I mean, was this a neighborhood? Was there kids around? I mean, just shows you the guy's behavior. You know, and you know what?
He's got a short trigger.
I'd hate to say this, but if he was a white cop, okay,
yeah,
and it was a black perpetrator, and he was doing that,
there you go.
They would probably he'd be fired. He would never made the.
In May 2023, the Russian Foreign Ministry imposed finance and travel restrictions on him. Why did he do that?
Because he's going to run.
In May 2023, the Russian Foreign Ministry imposed financial and travel restriction on Bird and 499 other U.S. citizens. Why is that?
I don't know.
Mystery goes on. Hey, it's 104. Take care,
Real
everybody.
quick, before we go, breaking news in the chat. Loves Christ is saying that list is fake. I'm assuming she's talking about the congressional list, and that may very well be. I don't know. I mean,
what congressional list?
The one that took all the money from Maduro.
It may be. It may be. It may not. That's why we haven't really pushed about that so much, because we don't really know for sure about it. But I would think maybe an indictment's coming up and stuff like that. If it is a real list, I'm sure that will come out, right? But
yeah, it'll come out in Discovery. They said Discovery is March 17th for Maduro, and that would be something that would have to be disclosed to both sides.
Yeah, don't forget thumbs up, please, everybody. We can roll my heart around.
And breaking news from Mark in the chat. Don't forget to register and book your room for Wake Up Patriots Convention in Savannah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to do that.
That's right.
All right. Well, let's see. We're going to raid Mike Schwartz's show. And let's see. We'll go out with this one today. We don't get any respect.
No, you don't. Nobody.
What you want, baby? What you need? Do you know I got it? All I'm asking is a little respect when you come home. Hey, baby, just